Joining me right now on Kumite TV is surging welterweight powerhouse Devin Smyth. What's going on, Devin?
What's going on, man? How you doing?
Good, good, man. Let's start off with getting to know you. You know what I mean? Who is Devin Smyth? Where did you grow up? Talk about your upbringing and your sporting background.
Man, I grew up in Lansing, Michigan. I started training, um, when I was 10 years old. About 10 years old, I had my first fight when I was 14 years old. I fought a dude that was 10 years older than me. I went 15-0 as an amateur. I'm 9-1 as a pro now. Um, on Dana White's Contender series. Looking to get my UFC contract. So I'm looking forward to it.
Let's go back to that your first fight when you were 14. Talk about that experience of fighting someone that is an adult and you're still basically a kid.
Yeah, I was definitely nervous. It was definitely I didn't want to get like manhandled or something, but um but I had confidence in my coaching. That's sort of where my fight name had came from too, is the Prodigy. You know, because I've been beating people up since I was 14 years old. You know, I was young. I was the youngest, in the game in the state doing it. And I continue to do it to this day. So I guess it just stuck. And I like the name. I even got it tatted on my shin. So I'll never forget where I came from. I came a long way, man. I watched the video of that fight just the other day, and I was like, wow. I've came a long way, man. So it's definitely something to watch one of my first fights and watch one of my current fights now, just to see the progression, in the skill and in the confidence, and because all I did when I was young, man, all I did was wrestle, man. That's all I did. That's all I knew how to do was wrestle. I slammed people down. I threw a couple punches here and there. Once I got on top, then it was game over though, because you weren't gonna get up, regardless whether I was 14 or not. I was a freaking monkey. Sorry for my, I didn't know. I don't, can I curse on here? I can't curse on
Yeah,
here.
yeah,
No.
it's all good, man. It's internets.
Okay. All right. Cool. But yeah, I didn't know what I was doing, and you know, just trying to do the best I could.
At that age, you getting punched in the face is not something that most kids experience. So when you stepped into the cage for the first time and someone started punching you in the face, what was your first reaction? Were some people would react in a negative way and be like, "Hey, man, this is not for me," but you kept going.
Yeah. And that was the thing about it. I didn't get hit that much. When I started training, I learned how to not get hit before I learned how to hit people. So I didn't really. I say in my 15 fights, I probably got hit a good 5, 10 times in those fights. Which is not very much. My head movement was really good, and times that I did get hit, they were sort of grazing punches, and maybe like grazed my top of my head or my chin or something like that. And um, but when I look back at my amateur career, I wish I would have. Gone through a couple wars as an amateur. So when I turned pro, I could have known what that was like. You know what I'm saying? So it took me a while to adjust to pro fights because I blew through everybody. I think I went out the first round like one time in my entire amateur career. And that one went to the second round or the third round. You know what I'm saying? So, um, so that's one thing that I look back on that I wish could have, got a little bit better. That would have went better. But, I'm happy with the way things went, especially as an amateur. I was 15 and all. Me and my teammates are two of the winningest amateurs in this state. So we're good, man. I'm happy.
Yeah, definitely impressive amateur record. You went pro, but you had a hiccup in your first fight. You dropped a
Mhm.
decision. After that fight, what adjustments did you have to make to allow yourself to knock off 9 in a row?
Man, it was definitely humbling. And I still think to this day I won that fight. You know, but it is what it is. I didn't fight my best. I wasn't in shape. I didn't do what I was supposed to do. I didn't take anything seriously because my head was too big. I was like 15-0, and I was ranked number one in the state, and I was fighting the number two ranked in the state, and um, I was like this and this, or like amateur in the state and everything, and we were making our pro debuts, which was stupid to do. I don't know why we did that, but it was stupid. But like I said, I got all respect to Marco. He beat me. That's cool. I don't think he really did, but he got the decision, and it is what it is. And I tried to fight Marco again multiple times, and it just never worked out. So That is what it is. All respect to Marco. I hope he, makes it to where I'm at now. So
Going through that experience, like kind of getting screwed by the judges in a way, and then getting, I guess, eating up your own hype, and stuff like that. How beneficial will that be for you in the future when you do go to the UFC and you go to the higher levels, and the hype is going to be big?
I learned from like a young age. Don't leave it in the judge's hands. Because a lot of the times they've never fought before. A lot of the times they've never been in the cage before. A lot of the times they don't know really what the fuck they're talking about. They're just going off criteria or stuff like that. So don't leave it to the judges. Don't leave it to people to call a fight who don't know what they're doing. You know what I'm saying? Period. So I get in there. I do what I got to do. I win hard. I gotta give it my all. Got to go everything out there. And if he just happens to not go away in 3 rounds or 5 rounds, then I just hope to God that the judges are on the same page as me. And that's it. And if they're not, then I only have me to blame. Because that's my fault for letting it go that far.
Last March, you captured the Total Warrior Combat middleweight title. Take me through that fight and your thoughts on the performance you had.
We started out. All respect to Rocky, by the way. Rocky's such a good guy. I don't think I met a nicer guy. But we started out, threw a couple leg kicks just to get my distance down. Threw a couple jabs out there. I threw a kick and I missed. My foot slipped out from under me and I missed. And it went over his head. And he sort of came at me and everything like this. And we chilled on the cage for a little bit. And I threw some knees. I put him up against the cage, threw some knees. And that wasn't the game plan. I remember the game plan was to keep it standing at all costs because his jits is pretty slick. So keep it standing. I know I'm way better than him on the feet. This and this. And my first combination, I threw a little lazy jab and fired a 2 down the middle, and that was all she wrote. I landed that on his chin and that put him down, and that was it. And I sort of smelled blood from there and had to get him out of there. So like I said, I don't like spending too much time in that cage. Once I get in there, I really want to get out of there. Boom, get him out of there, and get my hand raised, get paid, and keep going on with my life.
Do you think that your ground and pound is probably the most dangerous aspect of your game?
I think it can be. It depends. I don't really like to think that. I like to think I'm a well-rounded fighter. I like to think that whatever I have to do to win, I can do. If I had to put somebody to sleep with my submissions, I can take them down and do that. If they're pretty good at jits, I'll keep them standing and I'll put them away with my hands or my feet. And I think my teammates will say my kicks are probably my best attribute that I have. I kick hard, very hard. And that's something. But if I gotta take somebody down, I gotta beat them up like that. Cool. They're taller than me, and that's what I gotta do. Or they're bigger than me, then I gotta take them down and take away that aspect of their game, and that's cool. That's what I gotta do. But I'm trying to win. Whatever I gotta do to win, that's what I'll do. And I'm confident in my ability to go to all areas of the game.
When did you find out that you were lined up for the Contender series?
Um, in May. Yeah, I found out I was actually up. I was up cornering one of my teammates, Antoine, and Rashad called me. Rashad Evans is my godfather, and he gave me a call and he said, "Dev, like you've been working hard. You and me and Joaquin, my coach, have been working hard to try to get you there. And I just want to let you know that it was actually supposed to be August 6th. I was supposed to be on the show, but it's August 13th, and I got pushed back a day because we couldn't find nobody for me to fight. But it was actually somebody pulled out or something like that against Brok, and I said run it. You know what I'm saying? Because it's a great fight for me. Perfect matchup for me. It's a good fight. So so we moved back a date. But yeah, I found out in like May, and it was hard not being able to tell nobody. I told my mom obviously, but so my mom and my coach obviously knew he was on the phone and shit. But that's it. I didn't really tell nobody else, and it was hard, man, because I just wanted to let everybody know, like, I wanted to give a middle finger to all the haters, and I wanted to, to tell everybody that loves me and has always supported me, like this is dope, this is what I want to do and all this, but it was good. We was able to keep it a secret for quite a while, and when it came out, man, it blew up. Everybody was, and I was surprised. It was a lot of people that I thought was gonna hate on me that didn't hate. You know what I'm saying? It was a lot of support that came from. It was a lot. I had a lot of support that came out of Michigan and came out of everywhere. You know what I'm saying? So I'm happy, man. I'm excited. And I'm blessed. I'm blessed to be able to fight on such a big stage and for an opportunity to fight on an even bigger stage. You know what I'm saying? So, um, I'm definitely looking forward to it.
Brok Weaver, man, he's a no name. What do you think of his style of fighting?
I think he comes forward too much. I anticipate he will not against me. Because if he's smart, he watched film on me. And that's a dumb thing to do when you're fighting me, is to come forward, come forward, come forward. He's a nice little counter striker. That's also, he probably shouldn't do that either. Because I'm a counter striker sometimes when I need to be. And the worst knockouts come from a counter being countered. And he can't wrestle. That's the thing that I know I have upper hand against him. You better be working on his wrestling, because if all else fails, I know I'll take him down whenever I want to. He usually fights at 55. He's kind of small. I just seen him the other day, actually. He's kind of small, but like I said, it's all respect to him, man. It's all respect. And this, it ain't personal. It's just business, man. You know what I'm saying? It's just business. I've been through a lot in my life, and to have, a Brok Weaver stand in my way is, it's unacceptable. So, got to do what I got to do. I'm sure he'll be back. I'm sure he'll be able to fight again and fight on, and do what he got to do, and maybe he'll get there some other way. But he's not going to be able to get there going through me. So but I'm excited. It's going to be a good fight for me.
In your preparations, who are the coaches that surround you and mold you right now into the fighter that you are, that you need to be to win this fight?
Oh, definitely Joaquin Rodriguez. Oh my gosh, Joaquin Rodriguez has been there from the get-go, been there from the jump since he started training me when I was 14, 15 years old. Right when I had my first fight, he started training me and started getting me to the point where I am right now. So I owe a lot of that to Joaquin. He's always been there. Rashad has definitely helped me a lot. All my teammates, I got Mike Gilmore out here with me right now, helping me out with the Contender series, helping me out with training and doing all the media stuff. And we got a whole bunch of people. I got Daquan, Charlie Lamson, Mo Williams, Antoine Blasingame, Mike Gilmore. We got a whole bunch of people, man. I'm sure I'm forgetting somebody right now, and I'm sure I'm going to hear something about it, But I got my teammate, and my team is the best in the state. We're probably the best in the Midwest. It's just, we just got to get recognized. I said Daquan, right? Daquan Townsend. Yeah, Daquan, him too. He also just got signed to UFC. So, like I said, props to Daquan. There's a lot of people, man. So I'm definitely looking forward to it. I got a great team behind me. I have a great support system with me. Great teammates, great coaches. Now it's just up to me. I got to go do what I do. That's it.
Have you made any changes in the lead up to this opportunity in Las Vegas?
Not really. Nope. I've sort of I'm very unpredictable. As a lot of people have told me, I'm very unpredictable, and that's how I'd like to keep it. I might come out and be a straight wrestler. I might come out and be a kickboxer. I might come out and tear your legs apart like a Muay Thai fighter. I might, do whatever it is. I might kick you in the face like a karate guy. Whoever it was. It's just, it's just crazy that, whatever I want to do, whatever I feel like is most necessary to win the fight, that's what I'll do. And so has anything changed? No. I'm gonna continue to do me, and that's what's gonna get me my contract.
All right, you go there, on August 13th. You get your work in, you get the contract, you enter the welterweight division. What separates you from everybody else?
I feel like I'll be one of the quickest in the division, one of the most explosive in the division. My ability to come in and get back out really quick, and I'm well rounded. I need a little bit of work on my jits game, which I'm aware of. But I'm not saying my jits game is trash either. I'll still put somebody to sleep, and I'll still submit somebody. But I need some work. There's levels, and I need all my game needs work. And I'm everlasting improvement is my basis. I want to continue getting better every single day, every single practice, every single training session, every single strength conditioning session, every single stuff like that. I want to continue to get better and work my best to be just where Rashad was last weekend, man, getting inducted to the Hall of Fame. Doing something great. And I thoroughly believe that I will someday. It's just a process, and I trust it. So.
Well, everything starts, man. August 13th, Dana White's Contender Series, Las Vegas. Thank you, Devin, for your time, man, and I appreciate it. And good luck on your future and everything that you have, coming up.
Hey, man, thank you very much. I appreciate you.